everybody. It's me, Glenda, with they're shaking right. Shaking hands, Art, and Friends with Friends. You're all my friends. Friends, friends, friends. It's better to just consider people your friends than your enemies. But if they happen to be frenemies, maybe it's good to keep a little distance. That was my joke for the night. Oh, anyway, we are going to paint Mary. Now, if you remember, if you watched last night, Mary is constructed a little odd, but I have a solution. All in how I paint it. But anyway, before you forget, please do subscribe. Click that like button. You know, the thumb. Click the notification bell and put always, and what's the other one? Subscribe, thumbs up. Well, listen, stay to the end so you know what happens. Anyway, you're here and so am I, and that makes me happy. Joe did a short today, or I videoed him doing a grandpa dance. He said it was his version of the twist, but I didn't understand that until after I put it. So, be sure and go catch that. It's not long, but it's sure funny. So, now, shall we get ready and work? I do work sometimes. Does she look a little... This is going to be a bale of hay, or a pile of hay or something. It's going to be hay. What I want to do is, this is going to be where she's sitting, and then her legs, this will be her sitting, and her legs will come down like this. And then the bale is up here. So, that's the way I'm going to cover my mistake. And then this is her, you know, her sitting. That's her thing, her behind or whatever, sitting on there. And her legs will come down like this. So she, instead of kneeling, she'll be sitting, but she'll be sitting on a bale. So. Now, if you know this story, as it is told in Luke chapter 2, there's some important stuff in the first chapter too. In the first chapter of Luke. also. But the account of Jesus' birth is in the 2nd chapter. Okay. Luke chapter 2, starting with verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, every one to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. Okay, but they got to the inn, and the proprietor or whatever, there was no room. There were no rooms left. And he said, well, I have a stable. And so Jesus was born in that stable, and that's where they stayed, at least for them. There is somewhere, and let's see, what book is that? Corinthians, I think, where Paul, the Apostle Paul, he defines it as, now I look into a mirror dimly, but then face to face. So in other words, when we get to heaven, then we will see him face to face. That makes her look like a, what do they call those things? Half horse, half man. I'm going to have to paint more of her onto that. The dress is kind of covering the feet, is what I was thinking, but this makes her look like a centaur. But Jesus was born humbly because he came here to lead, and you lead by serving. And that's what his ministry, a lot of the time, I mean, yes, he taught. And a lot of them called him teacher, but he was a teacher while he was on earth. But he was still God. And he was the Son. And the reason they call him the only begotten Son is because the Holy Spirit was what put his seed in Mary. She was a virgin, and was a virgin up until the time she gave birth. Now, after having birth, I mean, your womb has been opened up. You're not physically a virgin anymore. Now, some religions want to believe that she remained a virgin, although she was married to Joseph. I don't believe that, and I know a lot of other people who don't, because she was perfectly free to love her husband and be a wife to her husband. They were already pledged to be married. He had children from a previous marriage. He was a widower, I believe. Yes, I believe that she was able to and did consummate their marriage after Jesus was born. I think it's very appropriate for Mary to be having her hands in a prayerful, because she's being humble, but she is, I mean, look who she gave birth to. I'm sure she's praying to God the Father to help her to raise this child the way he would have him raised. And he was. They did a very good job of raising him. I'm sure he got his little scrapes and boo-boos and this is our special ornament for tonight. It was made in 1999.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that would have been one of the family, like one of the aunts. I don't think it was our family that did this one. It wasn't the Millers. It was probably either the Suttons or the Bakers or the, I don't know if it was still Roaches at the time or if it was Bray. My Uncle John Roach passed away, and my aunt was still fairly young. I mean, and so she married, a couple years later, I think, she married a childhood sweetheart, actually, John Brake. And so I have another Uncle John, but that's, so anyway, 99, let's see, Linda and John have been married 20 years now. 20 or 21. So yeah, that would have still been Roach. But anyway, it was one of those three aunts. And so it's just, these are just so fun. And that's why I keep the tradition going. So they all used their particular fun and skills, and so do I. You know, this year we made some penguins. Other years I have made other stuff. I made angels, and I could crochet some stuff if I put my mind to it. But right now I'm doing Afghans. So, alrighty. Thank you, Joe.
All right. Bye, everybody.
So that's it for today. We love you all, and please subscribe. Click that notification bell and give us a thumbs up. And share it. Share it with your friends, your family, and this is something special. It is special to be able to retell the story of Jesus. And yeah, I'm retelling it several times over, but a little different each time. A little different each time because it involves another figure in his life. This time, his mother, the woman who gave birth to him. So, God bless you. Good night.